The attitude and approach, let alone being constructive, has hardly even been concrete, cogent, coherent, or even consistent. Senior working committee member of the party says Draupadi Murmuji represents an evil philosophy. It's not correct. Senior leader in the Congress party says, where is the proof of the surgical strike? Give me proof. It's very, very hurting. I can say with all responsibility, I've been a member of the Congress party till the morning for the last 22 years. And I can say that I fairly understand the trajectory of the attitude and approach of the Congress party over the years. Any effective political party, especially an opposition party, needs to have a very well-defined narrative and message for the people. They should ideally take up people-centric issues in a pragmatic way and offer constructive suggestions so that they can eventually win the faith and trust of the people. But unfortunately, over a period of time, I felt that in the Indian National Congress, the attitude and approach, let alone being constructive, has hardly even been concrete, cogent, coherent, or even consistent. Many a time it has been very reactionary and it's been very cynical, very unfortunate. I can give two examples. When Draupadi Murmuji's nomination was announced, I've said that the values which I work for have changed, because in 2002, you remember great Abdul Kalamji, the nomination was given by Vajpayee and the NDA. So Congress party supported the nomination. I was there at that time. So we met him in Anna University also. But now when Draupadi Murmuji's nomination is announced, first tribal woman, such a proud moment for every Indian, not politics. It's just such, she's come from such a humble background with a sheer hard work and dedication. All of us should have been proud and celebrated this. But senior working committee member of the party says Draupadi Murmuji represents an evil philosophy. It's not correct. Another person says no country should get a president like this. No right-thinking person will agree with all these things. Second thing, if you realize in another instance, see, this is not just one instance. This is not an exception to the rule. This has become the norm. January 23rd, the government announced naming 22 islands after Paramveer Chakra awardees. And you know that the Paramveer Chakra awardees, out of 21, 14 of them were posthumous. It was given after they died protecting us and our country for this great nation. They sacrificed their lives. You don't need to even comment if you're not comfortable, but senior leader in the Congress party says, where is the proof of the surgical strike? Give me proof. It's very, very hurting. I mean, politics aside. So this is, over a period of time, you felt that your value system, your faith and conviction in a certain way to do politics is not in line with the party. So I decided, which is why I didn't participate in the Bharat Jodo Yatra also. And I felt this is, when I looked around, I felt honestly that I don't belong here anymore. So I tendered my resignation.
So what was, when you took this decision?
It's been over a period of time, because I have written, I have a lot of respect for Srimati Sonia Gandhi ji. I joined politics during her time, and she has entrusted me with any responsibilities in the rank of state minister, in RJ Navadi, then in Prasar Bharati, in the party I have been given positions. Respect is one thing, my warmth and affection continues, but over a period of time all of us have been expressing our sadness, disappointment, disillusionment to the way the party was going. When these incidents happened, you write and then you can tweet saying it's indefensible, you should not attack Murmiji, you should not attack the Jawan, but over a period of time when you feel that nothing changes, things become very difficult for you, because you have decided that you want to serve this nation in a certain way. But when the environment is not enabling, it's time for you to part ways.
So how do you think about the Congress will lead if the same situation goes on?
I don't think I should comment about the Congress party once that I've left the party, but I think the reflection is in the mandate of the people. The people will repose their faith and trust in any organization which can connect and relate to them and do them good. So whoever does that will get a mandate, and you've seen what has been happening in the last two elections.
And when there was a lot of speculations or talks being said when your image was not there in the Bharat Jodo Yatra, there were a lot of talks that why he have not come. And
no, for a long time I have distanced myself. People in the party know that I have been away from the party for a long time, because I have not been comfortable with the way the politics was being done. It is perfectly right for the Congress party to do that. In my opinion, I don't think I agreed with it. So I felt that I should not be in a place, in good conscience, if I don't agree with what is the conviction and faith and the path and the stand of a particular party where I'm in, I think the right thing for me to do was to not be there. And this is what I did today. But I am very firm that I will continue my journey in a political party in line with my convictions and beliefs.
And also, there are some leaders too. They have been saying that we are suffering in silence, that we couldn't stand our voice boldly. So now, after that, you are giving your resignation. Do you think that there are still some persons that
There have been many before. There could be some. I don't know. I have decided to take this decision because I feel I need to progress in my endeavor to serve the people of this country. Depends. Everybody is to their own. I think they will decide what is right for them, but I can only speak for myself in that regard.
And the great Rajagopalachari sir, and how do you think about the era of him and now in Tamil Nadu particularly? Can you just relate it?
No, first thing I would like to say is my great-grandfather, I was the last child to be named by him. But I am not a dynast. My father was a small civil contractor. My grandfather was a news editor of the Hindu. He used to take 2 buses and go to Mount Road. So my father never had a constituency. My grandfather never had a constituency. I studied abroad. I did well there. I left my career to come back. I think my grandfather will be very proud of me because if you remember, he built the Congress party. But at the age of 81, when he felt that the path of the Congress party was not benefiting the nation, he started the Swatantra party. So when I look back, maybe it's history coming in its own wheels.
How do you relate now the Congress party right now in Tamil Nadu?
No, I think it is very incorrect for me to comment about a party I've just quit. I don't think I'm made like that. I would not do that. I had 22 years of the Congress party, right or wrong. We had good experiences. I made a lot of friends. But with regard to what the party is going to do, how they'll fare, I think it's left to the people. People will decide based on their activities.
And you have a long experience in the party too. How do you want to make use of this? What will be the next course of action?
I was telling to other TV channels, I was discussing my situation. I feel like, 2 characters in the Mahabharata and Ramayana. My grandfather was very famous for his translations of Mahabharata and Ramayana. In fact, in 1958, he won the Sahitya Academy Award for Chakravarti Thirumagal, Tamil Ramayana. See, 2 characters have always fascinated me. Karna and Vibhishana. Both of them were individuals of very strong faith and belief and conviction. They had a certain path they wanted to follow. But both of them were on the wrong side. Both of them knew that. Karna, though he knew he was on the wrong side, continued. Vibhishana didn't do that. He left. And he found a side where his conviction and faith were in line with. I am not Karna. I have left the place I was uncomfortable with. I will be a Vibhishana, but where I'll go, God willing, future will unfold.
Is there anything in your mind?
No, I have not spoken to anybody. I have not spoken to anybody now. I am very open after this. After some time, I'll explore my options and I hopefully will find a platform where I'm comfortable with my belief system and faith, where I can get an opportunity to serve this country.
Is there any other senior leaders too who just...
No, I have no idea.
If there has been a convincement or fathers talk to you?
People in the party, in any organization, not just the Congress or whether it's your office or anywhere, there is always a disgruntlement. There will be people feeling a little helpless, hopeless. But in this case, it has reached a stage for me where I can't continue. I don't know about the others. They should take their own decision.
Okay, and there's been a speculation too that you may go to join to other parties too, like the BJP or because they've been stating that it is the faction that it may lead to the...
I don't know. I told you my example of Vibhishana. I don't know where I'm going to go. God willing, I'll go to the right place. I have faith.
Is there any time space that you...
No, I will definitely, after some time, I will see how things pan out and I will take it as it comes.